So hi there and welcome to another episode of Fact Theme Focus, and today myself and Brad are creating the ultimate game show. So Brad, we're old hands at this now, the audience knows what the fuck's going on. Explain to them the concept of today's video.
We're going to take multiple game shows that have existed throughout time.
Yes.
And combine the best elements of them into a game show, which is not arguably, definitively
The ultimate.
the best.
Yes, by basically take the best elements of every game show and create the ultimate game show. As per usual, this is a drinking video. This series is exclusively a drinking video, I'm going to say right now. But unfortunately, me and Brad, we have to make our own fucking booze today, because Brad has no mixer in. So what we've got instead is, we've got sparkling water, Vimto, and vodka that I'm not going to name. Wait, I've already named Vimto, fuck it. It's Smirnoff vodka. Welcome to Karl's Mixing Drink Hour. Yeah, I used to work on a bar, look at those measures right there. That'll do.
I honestly thought you were going to fill that entirely with
Nah,
vodka.
I'm not that stupid, come on. Sparkling water.
You know, we'll just wait for you.
It's fine. The world doesn't revolve around me, but I can sure make it stop when I want it to. There we go, that'll fucking do. So if we're creating the ultimate game show, what we need first, Brad, is we need, the base on which everything else is built up. And I don't know about you, but I'm going to put forward as the framework everything else should hang on is the show Gladiators.
I'm perfectly happy with that.
Yeah, so Americans, I think there is an American version. It's the wiffle bats one. It's when you stand on a little platform and you hit with the wiffle bats.
Yeah.
And specifically the very ending bit of Gladiator where you have to do the entire assault course and it ends with the Travelator. And my thing is we use this as the base and we build up to create the ultimate game show. So first things first, obviously, the gladiators themselves, they can stay. Wolf, fucking, what are their names? Like Ajax.
I don't even remember.
They all sounded like, basically, like, I'm going to quit this job immediately and then go join porn after. I think Hawk was one. These names are fucking awesome. They sound like they're from like 80s, like power metal bands. They can stay, but I think we need to bolster their ranks with other, game show elements. And I'm going to start with the Chasers.
Oh.
For a start, the Beast is fucking coming on. Because the Beast, people know from the Chase, he's like 6'7", weighs 200 odd pounds. Imagine fighting that man when they hang you from a fucking crane and swing you into each other like conkers. That shit, you're not gonna beat him. What he's doing as well, when he beats you, he can just drop a famous quotation that you don't recognise from some obscure author and feel really stupid.
Well, I think you should be, all the way through, you should be asking your questions. Like, you've got the added element of not only having to focus on the physical activity, but getting the brain going
So
as
make
well.
the chase literal.
Yeah.
You are being chased by the Beast and the Dark Destroyer and the Governess and Cinnamon. Maybe those guys can get cut out, and maybe they'll be replaced with. Because imagine for a moment, Brad. You get through. You're going through the final test of gladiators. You get to a Travelator. You're running up. You feel it. The wall. You've hit it. And your legs, they've tried. They give out, and you start slowly going down. You look at the bottom of the Travelator, and who else do you see but Sir Kill-A-Lot from Robot Wars? And on the other Travelator, you see Dead Metal with his pincers and his chainsaw fucking face, and you get the courage and the determination to sprint that a little bit harder. Because if not, you're going to have a fist fight with Sir Kill-A-Lot. And that's not a fist fight you're going to fucking win.
A fist fight with Sir Kill-A-Lot. That's the end.
It is, yeah, exactly. And what better? What's the word I'm thinking of now?
Motivation.
Motivation for escaping, for completing the gladiator course. Then you might get the jaws of life shoved in your asshole. And there's nothing you can do about it. Because Sir Kill-A-Lot, if Sir Kill-A-Lot wants to, it's going to happen.
I think as well, for added motivation, just off the side of the Travelator,
okay,
should be Gordon Ramsay, and he should be shouting at you.
Yeah, he's your coach. You have him there. He judges your performance at the end. And that's how you improve. Because Gordon Ramsay, and he offers you the words of wisdom and advice. Or if you're shit, he tells you. And he tells it to you straight. He doesn't you don't mollycoddle it. It's like, no, you were shit. You can do better. Sir Kill-A-Lot cut off one of your ankles. That's not fucking good enough, is it? Try again.
Right, so we need to add more hazards. Yeah. I think the basic course from Gladiator,
it's fairly good, yeah.
It is, but it needs additions.
Yeah, because obviously, if you're going to be running away from robots and the Beast, you need to have a level of physical fitness above and beyond the regular human being. So I'm thinking, interspersed throughout the challenges on Gladiators, and I think we might be in sync on this one, Ninja Warrior.
Yes.
Bring in Ninja fucking Warrior. Specifically, the Spider Crawl, which is the sheer climb up solid plastic during the rain sometimes. Have you ever seen that? Ninja Warrior, the final course, if it's raining on the day you do the Ninja Warrior course, fuck it, go up when it's wet.
Wait, that's hardly fair.
Yeah, climb up a slick plastic surface 30 feet straight up. Oh, I can't do it, well fuck you. So have you ever seen like the original Japanese series Ninja Warrior? People make the course in their backyard and still fail. Like there are people whose entire life revolves around, I will be a Ninja Warrior, and they fail every time. And then you've got the famous guy who I love so much. He was like, I think he ran onto the course without being asked and did the entire challenge in one go, sprinting at 1,000 miles an hour. And like that unnamed big dick hero will forever live on in my heart. It's like, he's the reason this show exists. Because guys like him need a fucking challenge. Because I bet he didn't actually stop running when he went off camera. He's still going right now.
He just went through the Total Wipeout course, through Takeshi's Castle.
What me? Bring in Total Wipeout as well. Bring in that stupid thing that spins around and knocks you off your fucking feet.
It's the balls you want, isn't it?
Oh, the big bouncy balls.
Huge bouncy balls. Just imagine trying to get across them with a beast behind you. As soon as he jumps one, it just sort of falls over. Because
instead of the platform, do you know the wiffle bats, you're doing it on the big bouncy balls.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Exactly. Brad, this is the ultimate game show.
With Kill circling below.
This is the ultimate, just constantly. No, what it should be is the water from Total Wipeout, but in the water, it's not water, it's gunge. It's gunge from like kiddie shows back in the day. Do you remember them?
Yeah.
And then, like, if you're talking about kids shows, what was that one we had to get like the golden monkey?
Oh, Jungle Run.
Jungle Run. Who's going to be the host?
Oh.
Because obviously, a lot of games have a lot of hosts, and I don't know, because I think Craig Charles might be the lead contender, because he's the host of both Takeshi's Castle, which obviously we'll talk about in a sec, and Robot Wars.
See, Craig Charles is a good shout.
Yeah. But I'm thinking, like, should he, like, who would be his partner?
He's co-host.
He's co-host.
I'm wanting, like, I know he's not a host of a game show, but I'm wanting Neil Buchanan.
Neil Buchanan? Yeah. From Art Attack?
That's
not a game show, man.
It's not a game show, but he's now like a rock and roll.
I don't give a fuck. Like, if he's got to be on a game show, and do you know what I'm saying?
Bradley Walsh then?
No, the guy from Iron Chef. The really, like, excitable guy from Iron Chef, like, beer! He should be the guy who announces every single hazard in the stage.
Circular Lord!
Just exactly like that, and he does the stupid face. He should be in it. And obviously, you're going to bring in like, elements of cooking shows. You've got Gordon Ramsay there. You've got Iron Chef. Bring in Mary Berry's there. So they're the people who, obviously, you've got the host, but then you've got like the judges. And who's going to be on the judges panel? Obviously, the unnamed people from Robot Wars for a start. Then you've got Mary Berry. She can be on there. It's like, judge your form, your style. Like, your aggression, damage, and control.
Style, control, damage, and aggression.
You just got Mary Berry there. Who else can be a judge on this show?
What about Simon Cowell?
Sam Cowell, of course, yeah.
A classic judge.
Yeah, you've got to do it. You bring him in. Or maybe we get Louis. No, you know what? Let's get Sharon in. She's not doing much recently. Let's get Sharon in. I think I'd prefer her to Simon Cowell.
Can we get Tom Jones?
Yes, and they're all sat in the chairs from
The Voice,
and they rotate, not so they can surprise you, so they can keep up with the action, because it goes in a big circle round them.
They're on like train tracks, and they go along the course.
Yes.
And if they don't like what they see, they turn around.
They turn around and start looking at it. So that means, obviously, they're going to do like talent game shows, so there's got to be a talent section, and I'm guessing, what's the stage going to look like? There's a lot of talent shows out there. Obviously, the famous, like Britain and America's Got Talent.
They're the most famous one.
But I'm thinking, no, we kick it old school. And we go back to like Pop Idol. And we have literally, you have like a dance studio in like fucking East London with a curtain up. And that's where you go. And you go in there and you've got to stand in front of a shit camera from the 90s and just sing a crappy pop song. You got to sing My Heart Will Go On.
How demoralising would it feel if you got through all these challenges we've just talked about, like going through the Ninja Warrior course in the rain, avoiding Sir Kill-Lot and the chase, and Gordon Ramsay.
Well, obviously the arena's got an open ceiling, so if it rains, fuck you, it's raining.
And you just end up on a stage singing fucking Angels by Robbie Williams.
Yeah, and if you don't do it, and if Mary Berry says it's not good enough, you're not going through. But let's bring it. We need to get more. See, if this is going to be the best, you've got to have more.
I'm thinking there's got to be.
No, it's Takeshi's Castle. But we can't say all of it. What element specifically? 'Cause I'm going to say that bit where they try to cross the bridge and they had the people with the football cannons. I'm going to say bring in that bit and that bit alone, and throughout this entire thing, you have a member of the audience, because that's their phone a friend, shooting the other person they're against.
Oh.
Bring in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And that's your phone. And what you do is you phone a friend, and your friend then mans the football cannon from Takeshi's Castle and shoots your opponent.
So you're saying they should have multiple lifelines as well? So one of them is the bring a friend in?
Yes.
So what other ones could they have? Think of another lifeline. Like what if
obviously they've got all three lifelines, but phone a friend. You phone your friend, and he gets on the football cannon. What would be, obviously, what were the two other ones?
Ask the audience.
Obviously, that will be, you ask the audience of which route to take, because I'm going to guess another thing we're going to steal from Takeshi's Castle is that room with all the doors. Do you know you run through it and some of the doors aren't real? Or some of them got like people inside like mascot costumes going to beat you up? Have that. The ones that they smear your face with like the black paint and then they throw you into the guns. It's super messy. So you ask the audience and they tell you which way to go. And then you have
50-50.
50-50, yeah. And that's just at the end, you've got to decide like, are you going to get killed by a killer or not? That's the one.
Are you going to what?
It's the ultimate game show, Brad. There's no prize good enough. It's like, go through all this for. So the ultimate prize is your life. And that's what it is. That's what the 50-50 is. You're like, even when you do all that, there's still a 50-50 chance you get shot by Sir Kill-A-Lot using a gun. Because there's no, like, so I was like, what price would do? Like, you said, £1 million from, like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, combined with all the shit you know. You win the right to say, I survived the gauntlet. So we've not even got to, like, the best of it, the Travelator. What have we got on there so far? A guy with a football cannon. We've got Gordon Ramsay and Sir Kill-A-Lot at the bottom. No, mate, it can get worse, because we've not even talked about Hole in the Wall yet. People have not seen a Hole in the Wall. That's a show where you have to, like, make a shape, strike a pose, and a big hole will push you, like, in some water, or in this case, the gaping maw of Sir Kill-A-Lot. Waiting.
I'd love it if all the like multiple walls and obviously various shapes. The last one is the shape of Sir Kill-A-Lot. So if you can't, you're getting pushed into him.
He just comes up. Meow. Oh, man, it's so good. And then as well, because this is obviously, it's going to be like next level entertainment, we have to like introduce the audience participation at home. So there's a lot of these game shows always have like vote for your favourite.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it's like a Hunger Games-esque thing of you phone in like assists for your team, and you can bring in like ringers to help them. You can call like legendary heroes of the game show world to come and give them a hand. Like you can call in Bradley Walsh to make the chaser lose their shit. Like you can do that. You have the choice. Like, as funny as all this is, though, I don't think we're giving any theoretical contestant that much of a chance. So let's even the odds somewhat for them and say they can have like ringers help in the form of legendary game show like hosts and mascots who are there to help them if required. And like I'm going to say for a start we could bring in Bradley Walsh, and like if you're like against like he can make, and his power is he makes whoever the fuck you're with, they lose their shit and they laugh, and that gives you a chance to slip by them. But is there any more you can think of that can help our contestant like run this gauntlet?
I think Chris Tarrant will come in and distract them with checks. There's that bit in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire where he hands the check over.
Oh, he could do that, yeah. Like, imagine Sir Kill-A-Lot. I don't keep saying, but I like the idea. Like his little claw reaching out to get a check. But I don't want to give you that as you run past him and sprint up the Travelator.
I love the idea that Sir Kill-A-Lot would stop the murder to get a paycheck.
Of course he
just wants to get some new rims.
Sir Kill-A-Lot's got to get paid, man. I'm going to say as well, like, Joe, all the mascots from, like, Takeshi's Castle, with, like, the weird, like, inky gloves that cover your face, when you feel overwhelmed, you call in Bully from Bullseye, and he runs in, and he just charges through and knocks them the fuck over. Yeah! Oh, man, is there any more mascots we can think of?
Not mascots, I was thinking, Jungle Run you mentioned earlier, the original host of Jungle Run was Dom from Dick and Dom. So you can bring Dick and Dom in and they can shout bogies in people's ears.
Oh, to distract people.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, like, you do like the Krypton Factor, and just like the shit CGI will distract everybody. Or you can do like Mastermind and the chair.
I just thought there's a game show we haven't mentioned that'll add an extra element of danger.
What's that?
I mean, Fort Boyard. There's lions there the entire time.
So in addition to like robots, you got lions as well. Do you remember as well, like as an aside, there was a puzzle in Fort Boyard where it was find a password that's painted on a naked woman. Do you remember this? This is the thing that happened.
No.
They painted a password on a naked woman with her tits out. She's like Babylon's out on display and everything, and they send a guy in who's got to go in and go, can you just turn around a little bit, please? And she's got like a password written on her ass cheeks. And that was a challenge in that. So
was it meant to be like prudish people wouldn't want to look at the woman?
No, it's just more the fact that was apparently a challenge. So you know what? Bring her in. Bring her in as well.
She's got the scars on
she
her.
She can be the one who distracts people just like Bradley Walsh. And I know I said like the ultimate prize in this will be your life, but I think that in retrospect from 2 minutes ago, that seems a bit harsh, and maybe I was hasty in my decision to say that for some reason that I can't seem to put my finger on.
No, I think you're jumping to conclusions for some unknown.
Yeah, I'm getting excited and like letting my mouth go faster than my mind. So I'm going to step back a little bit and say there will be a prize, but it's obviously in the spirit of a game show, it's random chance. And what better way to decide random chance than the thing at the end of the crystal maze, where they stand in the little crystal thing and it just fires fucking money at you, and you grab as many gold notes as you can, and that's what your prize is. And each thing is a different prize from a different game show. And obviously, throughout the course, you've got to collect the crystals to get more time.
See, I thought you were going to say that they'll walk through and they'll get to 3 doors. And behind two of them is a donkey.
Oh, no, then one of them is freedom. No, because then we say, then in addition, then you have Matt LeBlanc himself, Joey Tribbiani there, asking you questions from Bamboozled.
Oh, that's such a good game.
Bamboozled, we'll never know.
Chandler, you've been bamboozled.
And that can happen. Like, if you get the Wicked Wango card, you can go straight to the finish. Then you got a face, like, you got to pull the monkey's tail. Man, shit's, oh God. This sounds like the best show ever. I want to watch it now. Have we missed any game shows? I think we've missed like Jeopardy, but who gives a fuck?
I mean, we've missed loads.
No, the Price is Right. I think we're fairly close to creating the ultimate game show, but we need a cherry for the top of this, this elegant masterpiece of a cake we've created. And I think, in addition to, you survive with your life and various prizes from other game shows based on your ability to collect the crystals from Crystal Palace. Is it Crystal Palace? It's Crystal Maze. That's scattered throughout, this gauntlet you've got to run across containing elements from Gladiators, Takeshi's Castle, Ninja Warrior, all that bullshit. Once you get through that final door, you go and sit in a chair, and then the dating shows start. Because don't forget, one of the ultimate prizes you can win on a game show is love. So let's say you do that, and your prize is you get to play all the dating shows combined to find your dream woman. So you get to play Take Me Out, Blind Fucking Date. What's the other one now? It's a dinner date. You get to do that. First dates with Fred LeCoux, and all them come in, and you get to just go on this weekend orgy of just sex and food, where you go on 1,000 dates because you've earned at that point the harem of desperate women who want to go on those shows, or desperate men who want to go on those shows.
I love that scenario I described earlier where you end singing Angels and you think you've won. You walk through another door just greeted by Paddy McGuinness. Imagine that.
Paddy McGuinness is there. And imagine you do all that though and you get to the end and every single light gets turned off.
While we're on it, is there a more Irish name than Paddy McGuinness?
No, the fuck it isn't. Oh, I think we need to leave that because we have created what I think may be, I would describe it as beautiful. Others may describe it as a homunculus.
I think clusterfuck is the word I would use.
I'd like to take someone to apologise to the editor who has to edit this video and put pictures of all those game shows and bullshit we mentioned in the background. So good on you, and let us know as usual in the comments if there's any elements that you'd add or remove from ours, because I think ours is a bit messy, but that's because we were excited. Because we thought about this idea earlier and we had to stop ourselves talking about it till we had a drink.
Yeah, we had 5 or 6 ready and we've just gone through about 20.
Yeah, oh my God. So, yes, let us know in the comments if there's anything you'd add or if you like our game show and would like to play it, or what you think the prize should be. Because the idea, the only prize is life. It's cool, but at the same time, I don't think anyone would join that game unless it's like a Running Man scenario and shit starts to get real.
I thought you were going to go down a battle royale route and say there's 100 of them in a ring.
Or
when you get to the middle,
games, and that's not in the spirit of game. Most game shows are you win a fucking caravan. Yeah. Let's say that the booby prize is always. So what are the booby prizes to finish off that you always get in these shows? Because I think in dinner dates you always get a microwave meal if you don't get a date.
No, countdown clock.
Yeah, you get a countdown clock. You get a microwave dinner date meal. You get You get, I think, the bully alarm clock. You get one of them and the pen. You get the £100 consolation prize from fucking Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
It's the ones in Saturday Night Takeaway when they do the big screen and they go through all these amazing prizes and the same voice gets to the end and goes, a tin of beans!
Yeah, you get a tin of beans. You get all that bullshit. So you don't leave empty-handed, but you do leave disappointed. Just like these videos.
I definitely thought you were going down a different path then.
You did, didn't you? Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and that was 20 minutes, although she's going to have trouble cutting that down.